Okay. So it has been a few months since I got my last amaro to try. Um, and so I've been running out of a couple of them, almost out of chinar. That stuff is very drinkable. It's nice in the winter. It's got a nice warm flavor. And I think I'm kind of running out of ramazzotti and also Montenegro. I'm almost out. So I thought I'd get some new stuff to try. I think I was looking at this website where I got the Jefferson Amaro Importante. Got that stuff on the site called dolceterra.com, which had pretty good selection of stuff. So anyway, these ones are kind of underground. There's this one that I was looking at called Rupes, I think is how you would pronounce it. But it was sold out. It was out of stock for months, so I waited for a while and then didn't feel like waiting anymore. So these are kind of underground hipster amari. So I'm gonna start with this one. It's called Amaru Unnimaffissu. It's only it says since 2013, so it's not a historic one. It is a Sicilian amaro. The most famous popular Sicilian amaro is, I think, Averna. There might be one that I didn't realize the Sicilian is more popular than that, but Averna's pretty popular. So this one's not that well known. I didn't find that much about it online, but it sounded interesting. One of the main flavors is prickly pear, cactus fruit. So that should be very interesting. And Sicilian, I never made it down to Sicily when I was studying Italy, so I am very curious to try it. This one sounded interesting. So yeah, this one, Amaru Unnimaffissu. There's some kind of fun stuff on the back in Sicilian dialect, which I always assumed I'd be able to understand it very easily. But Unnimaffissu. Some of these words, unni, does that mean quando? Quando mi affisse or something. I don't know. I don't know what it would be in Italian, but anyway, yeah, that one sounded interesting, so curious to try it. The other one I have, I'll also record myself trying, is this one called Frac, which is by the same people that made Jefferson or Portante, so that one should be pretty good. So this has, it's got a twist. Oh, interesting. It looks like a cork, but it's not. It's a twist. It's also got one of those vinegar caps, Amaro del Capo has on the nose. It's kind of fruity. I can actually smell it from here. It actually kind of smells kind of sour, almost like balsamic vinegar, almost like wine a little bit. It's kind of interesting. Although as I get closer, I think the more sour flavor kind of strays away from the bottle, so I got more of that. But as you get closer, it smells sweeter and more alcohol forward. This one's I saw somewhere 26%. So it's not super strong. Yeah, 26%. So it's not the strongest. I think Unicum is high 30s. Chinar is the weakest one I have. That one's 17 or something. So this is kind of in the middle. There's stronger ones. There's also weaker ones. So let's give it a try. All right, so on pouring, it actually seems pretty viscous. Got some legs going there, or actually poor legs, I don't know. Seems pretty viscous though. Not as viscous as Unicum, but yeah, definitely pretty viscous and very dark coloration. I'm gonna put it up on the table. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Cat over here. All right. So yeah. Kind of interesting, slightly fruity, not super fruity though. I'll give it a try. That is interesting. That's interesting. I would say very mellow up front. And very mellow. Reminds me most of maybe ramazzotti. where it's like kind of fruity, kind of bright, a little bit bitter. It's good. And then like up front, that mellowness is like very. You don't get a lot of immediate complexity. Over time, you get a little bit. I want to say a little bit of complexity. I'm not great at naming what the flavors of these are, but more like on the sweet side, I would say maybe like vanilla or honey or something like that. Is what I get. I've never eaten a prickly pear, so I don't know how that flavor is going to manifest itself, but you definitely get like some kind of fruit in there. This one's like more on the sweet side for sure. It's a little bit bitter. That's pretty pleasant though. That's like very pleasant. I would say it's not like that's pretty nice. And like the kind of like aftertaste as it like sits in your mouth is like also very nice. You get a lot of the sweetness like comes through after the fact. Up front, it's like very easy to drink. My sense is like not a lot of like that spicy bitter flavor, but kind of like deeply fruity flavor. I'm guessing that's kind of the prickly pear, almost like kind of stone fruit-ish. Obviously, like not. I don't think there's any like actual plum or peach or anything or cherry or anything like that in here, but kind of like that same mellow vibe, not like a citrusy vibe. But yeah, very sweet and kind of alcohol forward. I mean, there's a little bit of bitterness up front. There's a little bit. It dissipates pretty quickly and leaves that really nice sweetness. I would compare it to like a ramazzotti, but less bitter, a little bit more alcohol forward. Definitely a lot sweeter, I think. Maybe a little bit sweeter than something like that. But I think that's the closest thing I could compare it to. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know how common this would be, like going to a liquor store, even one with a very large selection. But I'd say like if you come across this Amaru Unnimaffissu, I would definitely give it a try.